Have you ever felt a wave of unease around someone you care about? It's that subtle, almost imperceptible sense that something isn't quite right. Like a shadow lingering in the background, just out of sight. You might dismiss it as just a feeling, but what if it's something deeper? Today, we're diving into a topic that many of us have experienced but rarely talk about. Recognizing the subtle signs of negative energies. Sometimes even linked to what some might call demonic influence. Affecting the people we care about. Understanding negative energies is very important to understand the concept. Now, when I say demonic influence, I don't mean the dramatic scenes we see in movies. No spinning heads or ominous voices. In reality, these influences are far more subtle, weaving themselves into the fabric of our everyday lives. They can manifest through shifts in thoughts, emotions, or behaviors that seem off. But let me be clear, not every act of negativity or harm comes from a malevolent entity. People carry their own burdens, unresolved pain, trauma, or even suppressed emotions that can spill over into their actions. That said, there are times when the negativity feels unnatural, like an external force working against them or even through them. Recognizing these signs isn't about fear, it's about awareness. When we tune into the subtle changes in someone's energy, behavior, or emotions, we're better equipped to respond with love, care, and, when necessary, protection. There are many subtle signs to watch for. One of the most cunning tactics of negative energies, or entities, is deception. Those under their influence often appear outwardly charismatic, trustworthy, and even warm. They can charm their way into your life, making you feel safe, supported, and understood. But beneath the surface, their intentions may be anything but genuine. Have you ever encountered someone who seemed almost too perfect? Maybe they said all the right things, acted with the utmost kindness, and seemed like the ideal friend or partner. But over time, cracks began to show. Perhaps their words didn't align with their actions, or they made subtle comments that left you questioning yourself or others. For example, they might build you up with compliments one moment and then, in the next breath, say something that subtly chips away at your confidence. It's these contradictions that often reveal their true nature. Now let's move on to your instincts and intuitions. One of the most powerful tools we have is our intuition. It's that inner compass that tells us when something isn't right, even when everything looks fine on the surface. Have you ever felt drained, uneasy, or even confused after spending time with someone? These aren't random emotions. They're signals from your intuition trying to alert you to an imbalance. The tricky part is that our logical mind often dismisses these feelings. We tell ourselves, maybe I'm overthinking, or they didn't mean it that way. But your gut rarely lies. If you feel that something is off, give yourself permission to explore those feelings instead of brushing them aside. Another aspect is the isolation tactic. One common sign of negative influence is isolation. This isn't always obvious. It's rarely as blatant as someone saying, "Don't talk to your friends or family." Instead, it's often subtle and insidious. Imagine a friend who frequently makes comments like, "I don't think your family really appreciates you the way I do," or "Your friends seem jealous of your success." At first, these remarks might sound like concern or even admiration. But over time, they create distance between you and the people who genuinely support you. Isolation is a key tactic because it leaves you vulnerable. When you're cut off from your support system, it becomes easier for negative influences, whether human or spiritual, to take hold. Physical and emotional manifestations is another key area. Negative energies don't just impact your emotions. They can affect your body too. Have you ever experienced a sudden heaviness or pressure, maybe in your chest or shoulders? Perhaps you felt fatigued, like you're carrying an invisible weight, or had headaches that no doctor could explain. These physical sensations often accompany emotional shifts. You might notice yourself feeling unusually irritable, anxious, or even fearful without a clear reason. Sometimes, these emotions aren't entirely your own. They're the result of external energies disrupting your balance. Emotional manipulation and control is another hallmark of negative influence. Those under its sway, or those acting with harmful intent, are skilled at provoking emotions like fear, guilt, and jealousy to cloud your judgment. For instance, they might say things like, "You don't care about me anymore," when you prioritize someone else, or they might subtly suggest that others are out to get you. Over time, this keeps you in a state of uncertainty and insecurity, making you more dependent on them. One of the most damaging tactics is guilt. Imagine someone who constantly makes you feel like you're not doing enough for them, even when you've gone above and beyond. This guilt can erode your self-esteem and trap you in a cycle of trying to please them at your own expense. Spiritual attacks and personality shifts are another key area to be noted. Negative energies can also target your spiritual well-being. Have you ever felt disconnected from your faith, purpose, or sense of self? It's like a fog settles over you, clouding your clarity and motivation. In some cases, you might notice changes in someone's personality. A kind and calm person may suddenly become aggressive, irritable, or erratic. These shifts often have no clear cause and can be unsettling for those around them. Values and beliefs may change too. Someone who once stood firmly for honesty and kindness might begin engaging in deceitful or harmful behaviors. These changes are often a red flag that something deeper is at work. So, what can you do if you suspect someone in your life is being influenced by negativity? And how do you protect yourself? First and foremost, set boundaries. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting ties, unless the relationship is actively harmful. But it does mean protecting your own energy. Listen to your instincts. If something feels wrong, take it seriously. Seek spiritual guidance, practice mindfulness, or even distance yourself temporarily to regain clarity. And remember, forgiveness is a powerful tool, not for excusing harmful behavior, but for freeing yourself from the emotional weight of anger or resentment. When you embrace forgiveness, you create a shield of positivity that makes it harder for negativity to take hold. In the end, recognizing and addressing negative energies isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. By staying attuned to your intuition and surrounding yourself with positivity, you can protect not only yourself but also the people you care about. If you found this video insightful, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share your experiences or reflections in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, take care and keep exploring the beauty of your spiritual journey. Love and light from Spiritual Connections.